Everyone, welcome to the
Ajay, sorry, can you please record the session as well?
yeah. Hi, good morning, everyone. Welcome to the workshop of SAP Success Factor, and I'm here, Ajay Tripathi. And to have an introduction, I work with company my name Capgemini, and I have total 15 years of experience, and in SAP Success Factor 8 years, and R3 12 years. So this is about myself, and I've been involved in training also. We run a company by name Fortified Infotech, where we are into implementation, training, and consulting. So this is our basic business, and we are into core into cloud implementation. The logic for us to get into this session is to understand what is cloud ERP and what are the advantage, how it is going to enhance the future and career for all of us, and how we can make this into more successful opportunity. So before that, we will understand each other so that we can give proper consulting and we understand what exactly you need. So it is not a demo; it's basically a workshop where specifically we'll be talking about your needs and how we can, suggest you to take the best, courses or projects which we are, and then we can plan it. So everyone, welcome. If you can give a short introduction about yourself, like what do you do, what's your experience, and how long you have been into SAP, and if you are non from SAP also, even that would also be fine. So please start with just introduce yourself and tell what skill set you're working and what's your experience.
Hi everyone, this is Akshay.
Yeah, hi Akshay,
Uh,
welcome.
so I'm a SAP. Thank you. I'm a SAP HR consultant. I have 6 years of experience. Previously worked in Deloitte and currently working in Accenture. So I've mostly been into Indian domestic projects,
Mhm.
and I've heard that everyone is migrating towards SAP SuccessFactor, and so I would have like to dive into employee central and everything.
Good.
That's why I'm here.
So what are the skills you work on? Means modules.
I have yeah, I have worked on payroll, Indian payroll, basically organizational management by actions, time management. Yeah,
Okay, good. Welcome. Others?
thanks.
Hello everyone. So my name is Bhupati. Am I audible?
Yeah, hi Bhupati. Yeah, welcome.
Okay, thanks, Nisha. I'm into SAP HR. So I work for a company called Cargill. Okay, I have in SAP. I have around total of 8 years of experience. Majorly I worked on time management, OMPA, and payroll.
Okay, welcome.
Thanks.
Thank you. Deepthi or anyone?
Hello. Hello. Good morning. Hi, Harsha. Good morning. This is Krishna Mohan.
Yeah, hi. Good morning.
Yeah, hi, Harsha. Myself, Krishna. Currently, I'm working in L&T Infotech, Chennai. I'm working on ABAP with HR consulting. I'm majorly into technical consulting. I have a good knowledge into HR, but I haven't involved much in HCM functional.
Okay. Hi, welcome. No problem. So hi, welcome Deepthi. We understand. So if you can just tell what skill set you work on, that's enough. You're from SAP, and if you're working in ERP, what's your experience? Just type it so that I give proper. Yeah. Okay. Or you're from HR operations. Okay, good. No problem. Welcome. Then others, Shravan. Okay, I mean, in case if you can connect, that's good. Otherwise, we will start with. So, welcome. Let's start the session and then understand each other and get into a more specification. So, Fortified Infotech is a cloud company. Basically, we do consulting, developing, outsourcing, and training. So, basically, when we talk about here, is that training is interconnected with our development and outsourcing and consulting business. So we keep training as a prime objective. We are not a training company, we are a implementing company. The logic of us to build a training is that we create this vertical, and we are going to have a project where we are going to utilize the people in the project and give them opportunity for doing a project. There is a difference in industry. What happens, people just do training. So here what happens, major focus is on the project, which we are talking about live project. so that people can get the actual real experience and they can utilize. And for us also it's a plus point. We'll have a lot of projects which comes in, so we get a people where we can get it delivered from them. So Fortified started in 2003 as a cloud company we started with, and we are expertise in SAP implementation such as SAP SuccessFactors and HCM, because we are talking about that now has on. We do other verticals of business also. So we are talking about here corporate training. So basically we'll be looking into corporate and individual training where people can get trained from us, and then as discussed they can be utilized in the project as on the will to work with us. So our training are online class, and training are based on project, and based on POCs, real and active project. So basically when I say online training means we'll have online training where the plus point is that you'll have an option to interact like we are interacting. You will have audio and recording sessions of each, plus you will have other supports which will be talking in coming slides. And project case means our training will be really on the projects, because the concern is for us to give an opportunity where actual project implementation happens and people get actual experience. Then POCs, any development which comes in middle will be taking care, and we'll be more focusing on active and live projects which we are in current doing. So this is what about us. Now we have segregated this total schedule and activities of programmers into multiple areas. So one is business alliance and performance. So first our focus will be for the current business which client has. So we'll be focusing on developing their objectives, that is goals, performance, calibration and compensation, which this is for the current practice where the system will help them to manage the current system. So we'll start with this, then we'll be talking about attracting and retaining. So here the main objective is how do we retain the good talent. So we have succession module, which is not there in SAP, recruitment, which is hiring, and social sourcing. Next we are talking about using social platforms such as LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, and search engine we'll be talking about. Then we'll be focusing on learning and development, where objective is for career planning, compliances, and formal learning and social learning. Then we have something like workforce planning and analytics. This is also new, which is not there in R3. Here we are going to plan the resource, utilization of resource. Social collaboration. This is also new, which is not there. So here we are going to create social connections which have like communities, or we are going to use various platform where people can connect intra and extra within the company, intra and extra world. Then most important part will be employee central, which we are talking about what we say HR core, where we are going to work on what you say POM. Here we are going to say employee core, where organization structure and personal administration work will be taken care. So this is what complete module which we will be focusing on. Now this is what we are more concerned into, how to plan your SAP success factor HCM implementation. So we'll be focusing on this. So major is that we will ask people to enroll for live projects. Then we help them in the certification and online training. So these are the three areas which we'll work on hands on hands, so that complete package is given and complete solution for the people needs are given here. So here it's a platform where you will get trained, then you can focus on the project, and then we can focus on the certification. So this is what the agenda offers. So here we will have an expert. So expert is that we'll have people connecting within the Fortified, and apart from that people connecting from different part of the world where we can help you out with the solution. So expert is that we'll have WhatsApp support where you can connect to the faculty 24/7, that is to me, and we can give you the opinions or concerns whenever you are practicing or whenever you are coming with the queries or solutions. Now, what is that we are talking about here is learning SAP success factor. It's not done easy, just we learn the applications. It's basically a resolution which we are moving to the technology with the next level. So what is that going to happen is that from premises, on premises, we are moving to the cloud. So there will be a huge difference on the understanding of the system, right? Huge opportunities for us to explore and to grow well. So that is how, in the positive sense, it is very high. There is no negative. If you are people having with the knowledge of HR practices, it is very easy. It is not that people need to come from SAP background, because here major will work your practice, means your process knowledge. So if you know how hiring is done, how performance appraisals are done, how talent acquisitions are done, then it becomes easy. So this is what we are more focusing on, making the master trending technology, is that we are going to talk about how do we make this technology more applicable for the people compared to just teaching an application. So here focus is on the technology with the planning of process of the client. So this is what we'll be focusing on more. Now, very important is that just learning application will not solve the purpose. One is that we need to understand what is success factor, then what are the license and functionality. So this is complete structure, because you should do consulting to the client. So you will understand application better. Then what are the licensing? What are the types of license they need to purchase? All right. Whether they are going to work on standalone system, or they are going to work with multiple instance and multiple systems. So all that, and what are the functionalities? So how this is better than other system. So here basically we will try to bring the technology, that is workforce planning, right, with more precise way, so that your in and out of the system is managed more better way. So basically from hiring till the exit, all that has to be planned in the system. That's the reason we are using here. We are going to bring a technology which is purely automation in through success factor, where your internal hiring till people go out of the organization. So all that will be part in the success factor, which we'll be focusing on. So learning is very simple. More is into process driven. The system will be more here is a process driven. Application learning is very easy. So we just do not teach application. With application, we teach the process, we teach the scenarios, we build the cases, and then we move ahead. Now, 5 things we need to know before implementation, which we believe into. So first thing is that resource planning. So when we are going to implement, we need to have a proper resource planning. So in Fortified, we'll focus on how do we plan, how do we expertise people into various resource before we start with the implementation. So first implementation will start with the EC. Then pre-project training. So we will be training you. So before going to go live or real project, you will work on the other projects as a shadow resource for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and then you'll have a 16 weeks project. And it is not mandatory, it's a good for you. There is no more effort, but it basically adds a value to your profile. And timeline, we'll be focusing on timeline. And once it is done, we'll be focusing on testing of the application. Even we'll be talking about that. So how do we test the application once it is ready? And then we'll be focusing on the support. Now, SAP SuccessFactor, we have split it into 4 areas where we are talking about core HR. So SuccessFactor will also be integrated with S4 HANA. Now the trend is changed. We do not talk about PIPO. We are talking about S4 HANAs, where we will be focusing on core integration with SuccessFactor, with HANA with R3 and other applications. We will have something like field level mapping. Then we'll work on access control. Then we'll be focusing on cloud authentications, and then we'll be working on workforce planning and talent solutions and third party applications. So this complete structure will be into this format. Implementation we'll be focusing on, we are going to split into 4 stages. So our training is also going to be, so here we'll work on preparing. So we'll work on blueprinting, then we'll work on evaluation of blueprinting, then configuration. Once the configuration is done, then we are going to realize, we are going to test that, we are going to walk through that what we have done. Then deployment, which we talk about cut over and go live. So these are the 4 phases which will be which we are going to follow with the implementation strategy. So what is that we do in the phases when we are talking about here? So example, we are talking about project phase, where we are going to define what is our object and what is the scope of the project, what is the schedule. Even if somebody is interested to know how to plan your budget for the project, even that project organization. So organization level, you're going to structure it within the company, outside. Then blueprint, we are talking about realizing, final, preparing, go live. So all this will be there. Focus will be on the data Management, what is the risk will happen when the system is going on the production phases. Any change management means any changes which we have to do, and quality. So these are the four areas which will be. So we'll have a complete flow. So all these are practical. Generally, in other places, they are just teaching you application, which we'll be covering there also in coming slides. What is pure application about, and what we are talking about more is about implementation. Now, if we just take this, we are going to work on all these modules which we are talking about here, like goals, performance, workforce planning, recruitment, compensation, except learning, succession, jam, analytics. Learning logic is that because of licensing and other factors with SAP, we are not doing learning, but rest of the modules we are going to deal with. Now, this is how we are going to focus on, areas. So we'll be focusing, we'll have segregate of our development also same way, and training also. So we'll have one specific leader, a project leader, who will be working on this, and then we'll focus on complete managing of the system. So we segregate the industry into leaders, employers, and contractors, managers, center of excellence, and experts. So this is what we are talking about, SAP jam, which is pure combination of creating multiple groups and managing the structure. Then we'll be focusing on core SAP success factor, where we are going to use experience, like we will learn SAP Jam, mobile, and HR communications, which we are going to have. Reporting, we are going to focus on. Talent management, we are going to focus on. Core HR and technology. So when I start with the reporting, we'll be focusing on how to create reporting, how to embed reporting inside, work on workforce planning and analytics. Talent management, we are going to talk about recruitment, except planning, we are going to do all onboarding, performance and goals, compensation, succession and learning. Core HR, which we say employee central, or what we say PAOM, will be focused on employee records, organization management, global benefits, shared services, payroll, time and attendance. So complete HR solutions will be there. Core technology which we are focusing on, will be learning few things which are part of, like what is SSO, single sign-off, then what is integration we are going to do, right? What is foundation? Before we start about, we'll be talking about foundation, and then we'll be looking on the risk, how to reduce the risk. So we will focus more on success factor implement strategy, which is given by SAP. So that will minimize the risk for us when we are implementing. So same pattern is continued in training also. Now coming core into training, as we have already spoken about live projects. So training is that you will attend live online sessions. So we will have various, like WebEx meeting, what we are go to meeting, which we are going to give you with this. Then you will have training blocks. So example, we will share you some training videos and blog which are there in Google or YouTube. You will have an options of asking question and answers through WhatsApp or through sessions, or you can call us. Then you are going to be have assignments. The assignments is going to be shared, videos are going to be, materials are going to be, which we have in Google Drive, and you will have 24/7 email supports. Even you can write email to us for the clarification. Advice, well, WhatsApp you get immediate response. Email, it may take some time. So immediate query when you are facing across, whether you are doing implementation or training or practicing, so it's better to go with the WhatsApp what we are going to give. Then you'll have a server access, then access to case studies. So case studies also will be giving you projects which we have done, and you can download the videos, right? It is paid, but basically if you want, you can. Otherwise you will have a video which we give. So there are videos specific to your class which will be free of cost. Any other videos which you need, there may be a cost, other with minimum cost, it is not very high. Maximum it may go 1 or 2,000 for all the videos which you are. Otherwise not a problem. Whatever videos you are going to get, it is a part of your session which will have all this. Now, SAP Success Factor, what we are focusing more on, the objective is to see that we make normal structure data. So data is very structured and very systematic, make easy to the client, and involve a lot of innovations into that, and maximum utilization of the success factor applications, and which help the clients. This is what the life cycle which we see here. Now in HCM core, we are going to focus on core HR, talent solutions, analytics and social collaboration. So this is how SF will be into more focus into. Now here, what difference we can make is that you will have prime online training. So basically, you will have specific planned schedule as per your need. So it is not we say that you have to go into this module only or this. So we will design the structure and then we'll plan. So there'll be a specific case wise which we start about. It's not general training program we'll have. We will evaluate the person and then on that basis we'll say that okay, let's start with this. These are 3 4 options which you can take about, and then we'll have a regular monitoring of you, like how do you perform, how do you evaluate, and then we move ahead. So this is what we are talking about, our objective. So this is how our training is going to make a difference in the system. Now, what is that SAP success factor? Basically, what is the highlight of our training program is that we are more focused on job oriented training. So basically, it will be a live training and you will get a real opportunity how it is done in the industry. Plus, we'll focus on your placement. That is our primary agenda. Has in 45 only, we'll have a lot of opportunities. Apart from that, we have a client which we will help you out in placement. Then we have learning from the experts. So we'll have a lot of people build. We have already a structure where more than 500 people are connected. So if you want, we will tag to them, and then you will have a learning, specific learning to the specific industry. So even that is also possible, which we focus on. So training is provided by experts, so which are only I'm going to provide training, and it is from the industry where people have real experience, worked on multiple, areas of project, which will be. So this is what our prime goal. Now here we are talking about we hire people also. So basically our objective is to hire people in the system. So SAP SuccessFactor consultant can be hired here. So basically you can send at HR at Fortified Infotech your profile, and we will take care. So our placements does not start after 60 days. It starts after a 10 days or 15 days when we finish one module. So objective is that we start placing the people within the country, and even sometimes we try for outside also. So it depends on the people how it goes. I'll be answering question and answers later once I finish. Now Fortified Infotech, there is a highly impact which we talk about. So 92% of IT graduates, which is we believe that we trained and we put them in the career, which is a primary objective. So we are focused on, so we are into a rating of this. We are always working on improving our rating for Fortified Infotech. So whether we are talking about Facebook or marketing or just dial or LinkedIn also we have started. So where people get connected and we build them. Now here, what is overall prime of this training schedule is we have segregated this into 3 areas. One is that we want to see that you get good calls for if you're looking for a job or project. All right, so that will be the prime agenda of our. Then placement focused interviews. So we'll prepare you for the interviews which will help you out for getting a job into that. And then we see that you are placed. So primary objective is to see that at anyhow the resource should get placed in a project. So his training becomes effective for him. So here we have segregated that training to perfections and career to love. So basically we'll make the training so perfect. We will make you so perfect in the applications and project wise so that you can explore your career in a better place. So more than training, it is for us an opportunity for people to focus more on the projects with the training. Now here training we are focused on basically HR models, which we have said that we are going to learn global benefits, compensation, except planning, performance and goals, development, recruitment, platform onboarding, succession, workforce planning, and analytics. So this is what complete we are going to learn. These are the models which we have already spoken. There is a slight comparison which we want to compare with the premises and the cloud. Basically, it is for the people in cloud. Basically, you have automation, visualization, customization, which we see very less in premises. We don't have visualization, which is because it's a premises, it's not in a cloud, it's not a web base. And all the models are there. There are a few models which we have added, like social talent, workforce planning, which has been added. Mobile application has been improved here. Workforce planning has been enhanced to next level here. So this is how core it has been added. These are the models which we are talking about. Now, what is our strategy? Our strategy is focus of we will have a duration of class of 60 hours, so which we'll plan it. So where we'll be focusing on strength of maximum. For corporate it is 15. For here we may have 7 to 8 or 10 people in a batch. You will have access 24/7 for 60 days. Then you will have provision training. Provisioning training is for certified. So if you, we will help you to get how to get trained in provisioning and then utilize this for the certification. Then you have a certification options. We will help you out in certification. Official materials are going to be given. Assignments are going to be. Plus you'll have a recording of all the sessions from day one. That is from induction you will have till your sessions. So these are various packages which Harsha will share to you. Now let us try to see that what is that we are going to basically learn about what are the features and functionality. So when we talk about EC here, Employee Central, so this is published by SAP, which we have to cover all these areas. So we'll be focusing on transaction, what we say action type, hire, onboarding. Then we have contingent workforce planning. So workforce planning we are going to do position management, global benefit, preemptive management, time off, payroll, reporting, auditing, migration, integration, and mobile. So this is what complete EC will be there. Same way, performance and goals we will do on goal management. Then performance 360 calibration for performance and continuous performance. This is what we'll be learning on. Same thing, succession management, career and development planning, and calibration. Same thing we have for compensation. We'll focus on basic salary, short-term incentives, long-term incentives, calibration, and rewards and recognition. Recruitment, which we are focusing on postings, marketing, and management. So we have something workforce planning analytics. So here we have for workforce planning is that strategic workforce planning, headcount, workforce planning, security. Then we have workforce analytics, which we are talking about. So reporting and security is the part which we are going to focus on. Little what is the content we are going to do that. So some areas we'll talk about. So here we are going to talk about introduction or to mastery. So what is SAP success factor and all. Then we'll be focusing on performance and goals. So here we'll learn how to create a goal, how to integrate goal with the performance and employee central. So this is same way recruitment will be hiring from job requisition till offer, then onboarding. Employee central, as we have spoken, will be covering from creating your foundation, employee data, integrating EC with other modules, and integrating EC with the payroll, integrating EC with third-party application. All that will be part of. Plus, we'll be focusing on leave, time off, and position management. Compensation, we'll be focusing on compensation. Basically here is that to design the structure where we are talking about budget, bonus, stock and all. Then we have time management, which we are focusing on time and attendance, and SAP jam, which we are going to learn complete product features of jam, where we will be going to create a group, or where we are going to create various data upload content and all. So that is what we'll be learning on. Earlier we were doing LMS. Now we have just stopped because of licensing cost. So LMS basically we are focusing on developing learning content and everything. Okay. Uh, so here we will be focusing more on kickoff of the product. What is our strategy going to start with? So kickoff of the product, we'll see what are the product features, then requirement gathering, then proof of concept, which we are focusing on. So this is you will have an option to enroll for live projects and real-time projects with the training. So this is what we have talked about. So SAP success factor will be focused on employee central payroll, performance and goals, succession, compensation benefit, recruitment management, onboarding, cross-boarding, offboarding, workforce planning, and little bit knowledge about integration, which we are talking about. Del Bhumi earlier we were telling. Now we are more focused on HCI, and this is your project phase. What we are going to plan, and this is how your complete project deliveries will go on. And this is a route map for us to achieve from the project planning till go live. And in case if you are focusing on integration, there is a separate training, HCI training, how do we integrate, so that also can be, but slighter note we will cover here also how the integration will be part of us. And project management, how do we complete the process of our project, which we are talking about, iterations, integrations, chain management, right? Integration testing, deployment, all this we'll be focusing on. We'll be focused on PMO, implementation plan, so project management. So basically, how do we plan that? So we should have a clear, we'll set the clear vision, then right team, as we have spoken, clear expectations, and communication. There should be a proper communication with the team. So we are going to use various platforms such as mail, WhatsApp, and all. And then we'll plan it that there should be a quick win so that the project get completed on time. And there'll be a strong sponsorship, which we are talking about. If a persons are doing very good in the project, they'll be considered for the second project, which is payable, and we pay very high compared to market. They can work as a freelancing also. So project are into three phases: project, requirement, and support. So this is how we'll be focusing on. So we will understand, the first thing is the client requirement background. So what is the business problems, then what is the scope, then who are the stakeholders. Then we'll focus on few guidelines which are set up by SAP. So we'll focus on their business objective, what it is, and then understand the SAP guidelines. Then we'll do, look into risk constraints, what we are having, what is the risk, what is assumption, and what is a dependency. Then we'll have a requirement, which we are going to focus on business, functional, and non-functional. This is how our learning is going to be majorly, and same way with the project. So with application, the plus point is that you're getting a actual experience of implementing the project. So many people do training, and then they, okay, we don't have experience. We know the application, but how really it is done in real scenario. So that is what we are going to work. Then we are going to focus on cases, use case, then validations and reporting. Then we'll have a traceability metrics where we are going to trace what are the work we are going to. So that's a project management which we are talking about. Then support. So we'll have various documents and other thing to support us while implementing. So this is complete solution which we'll be focusing on, and we'll be moving ahead. So with this, we will open a session for question and answers, and then we will move ahead. So any questions you are having? So I have seen few questions written by Deepthi. Let me answer. Meanwhile, others can. What is the market share of SAP SF in Bangalore? Market share, it's a migration of, basically when I say migration, so I think over a period of time, all premises application will move to the cloud. So not only SAP SuccessFactor, we are into SAP, uh, CRM, SAP FICO has been moved. Yes, it is adaptability. Very basically, if I say that SAP stopped supporting, EHP 5, 6, 7, now they are doing 8. So slowly they will not say that we are going to, shut down. So there is a publication which has come latestly that by 2025 or 30, totally they'll move out from the premises. It was early 2020, but they have very huge client size. They cannot do that, so they have extended one more, decade for totally to move from the cloud. And it is there. I mean, many people are moving to the cloud, and that is how the plus point. The plus point is that you can operate anywhere very easily. You can operate through mobile, iPad, notepad, very friendly, very secured, and high end moving with. And the competitors are also there. If you just take about Oracle or Workday or anything, they are also into cloud. So to sustain in the market, SAP has to do that and then move ahead. So we'll open sessions. Any questions you can ask about, any doubt you are having towards this. So majorly we are focused into three areas here: training, certification, project, which we feel complete for a resource. It's a one point solution where people can get here. So it's a single stoppage where you'll have end to end part of solution here. So if you wish, you can put the questions.
Harsha, this is Bhupati here.
Yeah,
Training front, Harsha, you showed some packages, right? So that packages will be sent to us later.
yeah. Ajay here. Sorry, first of all to correct. Harsha will send you specifically. Okay, Harsha will send you specifically the cost and the package. so that you can select. There are I think 3 4 packages which Harsha will talk to you. One is complete package you want to go, one is you want to specify few packages. So here my one consulting is that it's not a matter of cost, it's a matter of opportunity. You should try to get more than 2 modules trained. Logic is that your opportunity will very high. See, let's say if you say you are only EC, so you will get only opportunity in EC when the project comes. Other time you will be in bench. But if you are having 2 3 skill sets minimum, so that will help you to get engaged every time. So you are occupied throughout here.
Agree, Harsha, yes.
Any questions we have? We have one more questions basically from Deepthi. Is it with FI or from SAP? What is it? I did not get. See, what is meaning of certification? Okay, basically certification is that SAP, you need to get a certified. That is what SAP has a standard. So we will guide you, we will train you how to clear your certification. Second thing is that product is SAP's, but many people do implementation, many companies. So FI, Fortified is going to do all this. Fortified is going to help you in training, Fortified is going to help you in certification and implementation. So this is what complete life cycle of Fortified, which is going to be there. So the person when he joins, when we say 60 days, we will have. So we'll have an options, weekdays class, weekend class, alternative days class. So that is how Harsha will plan and let us know how it goes on. So he will connect you on this for this specific. So any more questions we have? So you Harsha will reach to you with recording with the plan of schedule today. And this is open.
Hello,
I mean, it is
hello,
not.
yeah, hi, this is Krishna.
Yeah, Harsha. Yes.
Hello, yeah, this is Krishna. Yeah, sorry for interrupting.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, currently I'm working as a technical consultant. Not into, I'm into ABAP with HCM consultant. I'm not much aware in HCM. Is it is useful for me? Can I learn this as a cloud?
Okay, logically, anywhere you take a training, it's not only because we are talking about fortified or you do project. It's a right for us. If you say that you are ABAP, over a period of time, scope for ABAP is going to be totally moved out. Now, logically, what happens here, as a consultant, all the roles like ABAP, basis, techno functional, at least these 3 roles are going to be taken care by single consultant. So the role has been shut down here. So I'll be doing all basis configuration. I'll be doing all ABAP role developing anything, right? And I'll be configuring the system. So here opportunity is moving on. If you are from ABAP functional, if you have done something like techno functional ABAP, so you have a good platform. Otherwise, you should have a knowledge of domain. If you know how HR works, so anything will help you out. So if you know, very important is that you should know the knowledge of the process. So how recruitment happens, right? What are the challenges they feel, or how appraisals are done, so that it will move on. So it is a plus trend for the people to move ahead, and we can take it. So it's a right
Yeah.
platform for me if you ask me.
Yeah, and one more question. How much coding part is involved in the SF?
Minimize. It is only 20%, and very easy. It is an XML file, ja?
XML.
XML code will be there. Okay, it's a combination of techno and functional, like 80-20. So very easy. It's not complicated. 20% is a technical, and technical also you don't write code. You modify the code. So I will open any XML. I need to change that. So what will I do? Only activations. In that we are going to do yes, no, true, false. We are not going to write the script of the code here. It is published by SAP. We are going to use that.
Yeah. And one more thing about certification. This is, I think if you complete a certification, we have one provisional ID. If you have a provisional ID, then only we are eligible to work in a SuccessFactors implementation project, right?
No, no, nothing like that. It's just, I think, not clear on the things. It's a rumor in the market. People work without certification also, and certification will entitle you to become a front end to the client. Only that's all. Means your license, you will talk to the client, you will do all the things, but there are many. Only one license will be utilized for one implementation. So suppose if I'm implementing for company like Godrej or this, so anyone EC consultant or other consultant, their license will be utilized this. So this is how it will move ahead. So there is no like
Uh,
they cannot certification. You can plan it once you are okay with that. So there are two ways. One is that let's say we finish one module, you have a time, you can prepare and appear for certification, get certified. All right. Another one is that you can do one is that you can get a training, do a project, then do certification. Actually, that is the right way because certification will help you when you know actual how implementation is done. No means they will use your license and they will keep you as a shadow resource. So you should have the complete understanding of this. Once the training is
oh,
complete, how many days it take for certification? Certification is roughly you need a 1 month complete preparation. So whenever you do, you will have 1 month preparation, which will help you out to get clear. Yeah. Any more questions? Okay. So any more questions is that you can see the number here 9986762390. You can it's a WhatsApp number. You can put your query or send to Harsha. Harsha will mail us and we will clarify. And Harsha will get back to you today. It is good to have. See, there is nothing hard and fast that you need to get into a project also, certification also. See, one is what happens if you do a training and if you do a certification, you have practical experience and getting of you in a job is very easy. So, project, if you just take about, we have, roughly 8 weeks project plus training is there. So, total training, if you're taking about for all the modules is, I think it is 2 months, 60 days. And plus you will have 8 weeks project. Means total will be 120 days if you are doing. So 120 days or 75 days it goes on. If you are doing one project, it is one. If you are doing many, how hot is SAP job? See, job is, I will tell you, job is very much because now we are moving into more cloud and moving ahead. And job, we are only helping people. We are not finding people. There are a lot of huge demand. So getting a people is a challenge. So that is how, because see, getting a certified people is not a challenge. Getting a people who are trained and who has a implementation knowledge is a challenge. That's the reason if Fortified had start with the strategy of that we will train the people and we will give them the project experience how to do a project. So they'll be involved in the project and then they have more opportunity of getting into the market and we will also help them. Currently we are not working. Will you? Yes, yes, yes. Basically, that is what Fortified. Fortified is not a training institute. I'm answering the question of Vasanti. So if you're not working here, we will help you out. We have our own projects. You can get with us only associated and do the projects. In case if you want to try for other companies also, we will help you out. So that is not a constraint at all. Any more questions? So with this, thank you all and hope to get connected. And focus will be more on the implementation, training, and certification. This is our three areas which we focus on. If we compare with the market to conclude, they are just only on training, but we are on the project also, which will really add a value to your profile and which will get you a job in the market very easy. And you will get a project completion certificate also from here that you have done this implementation with Fortified. So that can be utilized as an experience also. So this is what complete we believe. So Harsha will get back to you with the recording and with the cost and all, and then we can plan it. So with this, thank you all, and we will connect. You can call me. I mean, my number is displaying, or you can call to Harsha also. So 9986762390 is my number, and Harsha number is also there. You can call me maybe at 11:30, 12 o'clock, or your comfort whenever you're okay. In the evening also you can call me. All right. So this is what. So with this, thank you all for your time, and it was a pleasant speaking here. So if you are deciding, then we'll have one more counseling session where one-to-one, where we'll give a proper consulting that how do we plan for you and can move ahead. So this is how we are moving with. So thank you all, and once again, a great opportunity for us to have a communicate with this. And thank you again. Thank you all.